Welcome to Bible Reader Companion. Our Bible reading this week is Luke chapters 2 through 13, and our memory verse this week is Luke chapter 6 and verse 31, in which Jesus says, "And just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise." This is a passage that is very familiar to many, because it is known as the Golden Rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And yet, like many passages, while it's well known, it's often either ignored, misused, or misunderstood. I can remember when I was younger trying to twist this passage to my own advances and to my own benefit. When I would treat someone badly, my mother would come to me and say, "Son, did you treat them the way you would want to be treated?" And my response would go something along these lines. "Well, they treated me this way, so that must be how they want to be treated. So I'm just treating them the way they want to be treated." And yet, it really misses what the passage says, doesn't it? The passage doesn't say treat people the way they want to be treated. Some people don't know the right way to be treated. And some people misrepresent what they want in their treatments. The passage says treat people the way we want to be treated. Think about if we were talking to ourselves, if we were treating ourselves the way that we are treating someone else. There's some funny commercials on TV right now where someone makes a phone call and in theory the person on the other end is themselves. And they're talking to themselves. And the idea is they'll treat themselves the way they want to be treated because they're talking to themselves. And maybe that's what we need to do. We need to picture that when we're reacting and interacting with people as if we're talking to ourselves and thinking about how would I be receiving this and how would I feel about the way that I am receiving this treatment. What we want to do for the rest of this week is we want to spend the next 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, looking at 3 aspects of treating others the way we want to be treated. The first we want to look at is our speech. How do we talk about others? And what do we say about others? And what are some ways in which we use our tongue in order to treat other people, and how can we apply the concept of speaking of others the way we would want to be spoken of? Secondly, on Wednesday, we'll look at this context and we'll look at some things about how do we conduct ourselves toward others? How do we treat other people? And thinking about what the context says about this and trying to understand maybe some things that we can do better in the way that we act toward other people. And then on Thursday, we'll look at something else in this context, and that is the idea of judging other people. And how does that play into when we put ourselves on the other side of our conversation? If we are judging someone, how are we affected if we stop and think, is this the way I would want to be judged? And so we'll look at that some more on Thursday. And then on Friday, we'll wrap up with some verses at the end of this context to sort of bring everything together that we've talked about this week. So we hope you will continue to join us as we talk about Luke chapter 6 this week. But let us never forget as we go about our daily lives, and let us think and meditate on Jesus' admonition that we should, just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise. Thank you for thinking on these things, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for more content like this.